House removing GOP Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene from her committee assignments, in part because of her embrace of the dangerous and debunked QAnon conspiracy theory. So, who are QAnon believers, and what do they say behind closed doors? Well, tonight we have an exclusive look. CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan goes inside a gathering of QAnon followers.
It's not supposed to be media frozen, it's a media blackout. One little piece of advice for the mainstream media is not everything can be debunked.
The media is either going to have to get on the right side of history, or they're going to go down with the ship.
You might think wearing a face mask would help a reporter go unnoticed, but not at this gathering of QAnon followers in Arizona just 2 weeks before November's election.
Take off those damn masks and leave them off.
That's me and my colleague there, two of the very few people wearing masks at this indoor event in the middle of a pandemic. And the guy at the back of the room, he's known as the QAnon shaman, and he would go on to storm the Capitol in January.
Where we go, one, we go on, push you down,
Where we go one, we go all, an infamous QAnon slogan promoted by Trump's first national security advisor, Michael Flynn.
Where we go one, we go all.
And played as an anthem at this meeting of Trump supporters.
We are at war right now, and we in this room understand that very, very much.
Obviously, you've heard the president talking about stuff, haven't you? Yeah. That QAnon thing. Yeah. Did he disavow it, anybody?
2 nights earlier, Trump had praised QAnon followers at a town hall with Savannah Guthrie.
Can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true?
So,
and disavow QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told
I know
you.
very little. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that.
The message to the people in this room was clear. Trump was on their side.
So we have 17 days between now and a massive Trump victory. So how do you feel about that?
In the room, prominent figures in the QAnon movement, including Jim Watkins, who runs the hate-filled site 8kun, where QAnon messages are posted, and at least 2 people who would go on to Washington, D.C. on January 6th.
A lot of the time, all it really takes is keeping our eyes and our ears open to see who is on what side.
Jacob Chansley, the so-called QAnon shaman, who was charged for his role in the insurrection and went on a hunger strike in prison because they didn't have organic food.
We are at war right now.
And this man, Alan Hostetter, known for organizing anti-lockdown protests in California.
Nobody wants violence. We are conditioned from the time we were children in this country to always think that violence is a horrible, horrible thing. Until we go back and reflect on our Revolutionary War. They picked up guns at some point and said enough. Until we reflect on the Civil War. We ended slavery by picking up guns and dealing with it that way. We don't want that to have to happen, but it always has to be something in the back of your mind.
Hostetter's home was raided by the FBI after the insurrection. Media was not allowed to officially attend the event, but any member of the public could attend, and I signed up using my name and work email address. Also in attendance was Travis View, a host of the QAnon Anonymous podcast, who has been tracking this conspiracy theory for years.
One of my big takeaways from attending the Q conference is that the QAnon movement is so much more than just the predictions or the feeling like you're getting inside information. It's about the community. The people there felt like they were part of something big and revolutionary, and that they were opposing absolute evil. And that made me feel like this is something that's not going to go away just because Trump lost the election.
Where we go one, we go all.
That was Donnie O'Sullivan there in that QAnon meeting, and he's got more details about what could be QAnon's next moves. He's going to tell us after the break.